back in the car. Yeah, that's it. Back in the car. Bring the title. What's up, Fin fans? Back in my echoey ass car with shitty sound, and probably looks really shitty because there's a shadow on my face. Day 7 of the OTAs, closed to the media. They were in the bubble practicing today, but I got some press conferences from Stephone Anthony, AJ Derby, Smythe, and Gesicki. I think I'm saying that one right now. I will talk about their press conferences like usual, and then I got a comment of the day like usual. I think tomorrow the OTAs are open to the media, so I'll have a better, bigger press conference for you tomorrow. But other than that, normally I like to do something funny, but I'm just gonna say it. Let's get started. We're gonna start with Stephone Anthony, potentially the new starting linebacker opposite Kiko Alonso and Raekwon McMillan. The first thing he said was the standout of the offense is Ryan Tannehill. He's never played with Ryan Tannehill. He's never practiced with Ryan Tannehill because we got him in the middle of the year last year. But he says that Ryan Tannehill is the standout of that offense and how he's doing. Obviously, the quarterback's going to be the standout of the offense, but I would beg to differ that maybe Kenyon Drake could be the standout, especially if he's burning your ass. He said that the linebacker group will be coming with a ton of energy, which I can see because a lot of the linebackers we have speed, which we need to play sideline to sideline and to cover tight ends and running backs. So he says they're going to play with a lot of energy, a lot of pep, and be good. Pray to God. Pray to God. And then he essentially said that he's been playing on first team, second team, third team. He's been all over the place when it comes to where he's playing as a linebacker. But his goal is to be a starter day one. Right now, without seeing pads, without seeing any of the contact and stuff, it seems to me that Stephone Anthony is the starting linebacker with Kiko Alonso and Raekwon McMillan. Maybe when pads come on, Baker will shine, or Hall will shine, or some of the other guys will shine and take Stephone Anthony's position. But right now it seems like Stephone Anthony is the starting linebacker, weak side, I think, whereas Kiko playing weak side, he'll play strong side. Next we have AJ Derby, who I think we got claimed last year from the Denver Broncos. They asked him how was he able to learn the Dolphins offense and be a factor so quickly last year, because we got him and then all of a sudden he was starting recently because we had Julius Thomas, who fucking sucked. It was kind of the same type of offense they were running in Denver, with like different schemes and different stuff, but it was kind of typically the same. He said that whenever Tannehill called, he was there. Whatever he needed, when it came to play as anything, AJ Derby was there. He also said that the tight end group will surprise a lot of people this year. I hope so, because right now they're non-existent. We had that one nice touchdown catch from Gesicki, but other than that, you haven't heard anything from the tight ends. It's been a lot of wide receivers and running backs, so I'm hoping he's right. And then he said that his experience playing quarterback in college, which I didn't know, really helps him to grasp offenses quicker and to process everything quicker. He had Smythe, the Notre Dame tight end, who a lot of people say can't fucking catch or run routes if his life depended on it, but we'll see. He said the biggest difference from college to pros when it comes to playbook is the volume and the size and the different audibles and all that stuff, which, yeah, comes with the territory. He said that he received Fasano's number because there was a story that when Smythe was drafted and when Smythe was practicing, they called up Fasano while Fasano's at the train station to pick his mind and stuff. So Smythe has Fasano's number. He says they haven't reached out to him yet, but they're both former Notre Dame tight ends, so he said he will reach out to him to pick his brain and, all that good jazzy shit. He said him and Gesicki have been targeted equally, and that it's way too early to tell who's the starter, who's the backup, and whatever with the tight ends. But he said him and Gesicki have been targeted equally, and that there's no discrepancy between one or the other. And then he talked about, they brought up the whole fact that he has horrible route running skills and he can't catch, and he said that he showed what he can do in the pre-draft process and at the combine and at his pro day, and It's just a matter of doing it on the field, and obviously the Dolphins drafted him for a reason. I think they drafted him because they found out when they drafted Gesicki that he can't block, so they need a blocking tight end like Fasano, and Fasano's probably done. He's probably like, look, they probably called him like after this the second day, and was like, you come back? And he's like, I'm done. So they were like, shit, Smythe, hey, we're going to draft you. We need another Fasano. The difference is Fasano can catch, and he was a great tight end. But yeah, so that's what Smythe had to say. And now we're on to the guy who I probably keep pronouncing his name wrong. Gesicki. Gesicki. Right, guys? Give thumbs up if I said that right. He also brought up they asked both the rookie tight ends, like, what's the difference? And it's the terminology and the size of the playbook, you know. He says he feels confident in his abilities and his attributes to be able to compete with NFL starters when it comes to linebacker, safeties, corners, anyone that's going to cover this dude. He said he feels very confident in his abilities and his strengths to compete with them because it's a different world from college to the NFL. When they asked him about Tannehill's leadership, he was like, he's very vocal and he does all the right things and he makes sure everyone's in the right position, which is good because I just really feel like Jay Cutler just didn't give a shit. So to have Tannehill back with that fire and that determination to make sure that everyone around him has that fire determination, I feel like it's one of those factors that you need to have in a quarterback that actually do make a difference. He talked about his one-handed touchdown catches and his one-handed catches in general, and he says it's not planned, it just happens. He jumps up and he grabs the freaking ball. He wants to be that guy that you just throw it up to me, I got it, and he always gets it, comes down with it. And he said he looks forward to not having to think, to not having to line up and be like, okay, am I running the X route, or am I the Y route, and am I in or out, and am I blocking, you know, to the inside or to the outside, which way is the run? He's looking forward to not having his brain run like that way, where he just runs up, Tannehill calls it, lines up, and he runs his route and he gets the ball. So he's just, I guess he's just really looking forward to getting into football shape. That was the press conferences. They were short and sweet, to the point. A lot of talking about rookie stuff, a lot of talking about learning new offense and defense, a lot of talk about getting to know the team, because it was Stephone Anthony who came in the middle of the year last year, it was AJ Derby who came in the middle of last year, and then we had the two rookies. So a lot of the guys wanted to know, like, are you comfortable with the team now? Are you going to, you know, attribute to the team? So that's what they, you know, press conference was about. Now I get to the thing you guys love, because I asked you guys to hit 30 likes to keep comment of the day coming, and you guys, I think, got up to 90. So I'm very happy. So this one comes from Sean Smith, and he says, do you believe linebacker position is our weakest group on the roster? Sean, that's a very valid and a very good question. I don't know. So the reason I'm going to say I don't know and not give you a straight answer is because a lot of these positions, besides wide receiver and corner and safety, are predicated on them having their pads on. Like, I can't tell if the defensive line and offensive line are playing great because they're not wearing their pads. And without pads, it seems like the defensive line gets a little bit of an advantage on pass rushing. Same with linebackers and tackling, because they're not tackling. But with like receivers and stuff, it's just bump coverage. You know, no one's tackling. It's just a lot of hand and coverage stuff. So will I say the linebacker group is the weakest? If you put a gun to my head and you made me answer it right now, I would say no. I don't know. I would probably say yes. I would say defensive tackle is like right there tied with them. But I don't know. I think Kiko's going to play better. I have confidence in Raekwon McMillan. It's just that third linebacker position, whereas the defensive tackles, you're going from having Ndamukong Suh being the anchor to 5 or 6 guys who you don't know. Like, William Hayes plays great when he kicks in, but he's going to be doing defensive end and defensive tackle, so he's not 100% going to be that big of a factor. And you have Phillips, you have Gachow, you got, you know, Spence, you get the new guy we brought in, you got Taylor. I'm going to say yes, but I'll re-answer this. How about this? I'll re-answer I'm going to go over the roster again and see if we got better or worse right before the season starts. So we'll get training camp and we'll get preseason, and we'll see if this team got better. That's the video. I greatly appreciate you guys. I haven't made a video in a little bit because it's been very Dolphin quiet. I'll make a video tomorrow because I think OTAs is today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. I'm dying. And then they're taking a break, and then it goes into, I think, training camp. And I think training camp is in July. I'm not 100%. I don't think they've released training camp dates. I've tried to look it up for you guys, but I haven't been able to find it. If you know when it is, comment it below. Help me out. Appreciate it. Follow me on Twitter. I always tell you guys, follow me on Twitter because I tweet out a ton of things about the Dolphins. I tweet out a ton of other things. Be sure to go and follow my other channel, The Bit Boys. Today I'm sending out the wristbands for you guys that did comment and subscribed. You're getting them. Sean, you're getting one. And I think you're, I hope I don't pronounce this wrong. Kevin, C-E-V-A-N, you're getting yours. I'm mailing them out today, I promise you. So I greatly appreciate you guys subscribing. There's other guys who've subscribed. I just need you to send me your address so I can come to your house and kill you. Just kidding. So I can mail you your stuff. You can either do it on Facebook, follow me on my page, DouglieDoWrong, or go on Instagram, which again, it's DouglieDoWrong, and just private message me your address like Sean did, and I will send you guys out your wristbands because I appreciate the shit out of the fact that you guys make the time to go over and check out my second channel. E3 is happening right now if you're into video games. So we did a prediction video over there. Go check it out, and then we'll do a post video talking about like what we thought about it and all that poopy stuff. If you guys are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button if you like what you see. There'll be a ton more content of the Dolphins, of all these other things. Hit the like button just because you like the Dolphins and you're super excited for preseason to start in what, a month and a half, maybe 2 months. Like, the preseason's coming up. But if you want to help the channel grow like you guys have been doing, because this channel is growing really fast and it makes me super excited, share it. Share it on Twitter, share it wherever, on Facebook, whatever. If you have friends that are football fans, Dolphin fans, share it. Share the channel. It'll be awesome. We can grow. I could start coming to places, meeting you guys, going to football games. It'd be super cool. Other than that, like usual, greatly appreciate you guys. You guys are the best. Fins up. And then all of a sudden, this news came out of Jarvis Landry supposedly bashing the Dolphins quarterbacks and saying that the Browns quarterbacks are better. I'll give you my reaction to that. Let me give you both sides because there's also some things that weren't said. So if you go off the